Yep.
Oh, we take care of that shit around here. Oh, I get what you're saying. You do bad things, and so you'll take care of them because you can do bad things to them. All the rest of the regular folk who just want to live in a place where they're not constantly bombarded by dumb fuckers who take the law into their hands because they think they're better. I mean, I understand if, say, you saw your daughter get shot, and you went over and you found the motherfucker who shot her, and you killed his ass. This is Texas. Drag his ass to the courthouse steps, drop it off, and tell him you're getting some justice. It's an actual law.
Yep.
It's an old law, but it's there.
Yep.
Turn yourself in. Let them know. Because that's... You got proof of it?
Yep.
You're good. You're good. It's taking the law into your own hands by using the law. But you don't like somebody, or you know, they're in a rival gang, or... You realize gangs were created to help protect the neighborhood, not to shoot the fucker up,
Yeah.
right? Like, most real gangs were made because, at the time, cops didn't come around the ghetto. They didn't care. They couldn't be bothered. So the gangs patrolled the ghettos. And then they got corrupted. Then they started doing drugs, because, I mean, shit. Everybody with power likes to abuse it.
Pretty much.
But stop telling people they're snitching. They ain't fucking snitching. They're reporting shit that's going on. They are protecting themselves. If somebody sees something and they can help, let them help. What the hell's wrong with you?
Right.
Well, I'm going to get angry at you because something that's not even involved. You tell them not to snitch, and then you go get angry at somebody else who went and told the police about something that doesn't even involve your ass.
Yep.
And you're angry at them for snitching, but then you're doing this... The stupidity of it boggles the mind.
Doesn't make any sense.
It really boggles the mind. But that's one of my huge pet peeves, man. We don't snitch around here. What are you doing wrong? What do you mean? Well, snitches do bad things.
Yeah.
That's why they're snitches. Because they doing bad shit and they getting other people in trouble for the same bad shit that they're doing. But they're not getting in trouble because they snitched. They ratted someone out. So what are you doing that's bad? I ain't doing anything that's bad.
Then you're not a switch.
Well, then,
you're not a snitch.
what the fuck do you care what that person's doing? I don't know. It pisses me off. It's like the welfare shit that pisses me off. And I understand that comes because of how I was raised. I was raised to not be a fucking charity case. I was raised that I am strong enough to do things on my own. I do not need other people's help. And if I do need other people's help, well, I got to suck up my pride and I got to go ask for it.
But you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to work hard to get to where we don't have to have that help anymore.
Because I have pride. I have pride. And you know, they say pride comes before a fall. That's too much pride. You gotta have pride in yourself. You gotta have pride in what you're doing. You know, I get told at work that I take my job too seriously. I get told that by a lot of different people. And I look at them and I go, so what are you saying? You don't take your job seriously? So why are they paying you? I mean, if I was your manager and I was doing my job and you were telling me I was taking my job too seriously, we'd really be reevaluating your job.
Your employment, yeah.
You know, and it's always when I'm doing work that needs to get done, supposed to get done, but it makes other people look bad because they're not doing it.
Oh no, you're gonna get fired because I'm doing my job and you're not? Boo-hoo, I care so much for your plight.
And that's the thing, they're not even gonna get fired, it just looks bad. They don't like it, it looks bad on them. They just want to sweep it under the rug, keep it hush-hush. Like, we just don't do that around here. It's fine.
That's pathetic.
Get looked after. And that's the thing. I'm like, if that's how you want to run your life, that's how you want to run your life. I don't do that. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do what I need to do. That's how she is. She's gonna do what she needs to do.
Exactly. Don't get mad at one of us because you don't look good at your job because we're there doing the job and doing it as it's supposed to be done. Don't get mad at us.
Because if you feel guilty, it's because you're guilty. You're doing something wrong.
Yep.
Guilt, that's one of those things that's just inside you. You know when you're doing wrong. Nobody has to tell you when you're doing wrong.
Even
it's not a
kids.
fucking surprise. You know. Infants know.
Yeah, even infants before they're really taught right from wrong, you can tell when they're about to do something bad because they always look around like, someone watching me? Are you looking at me before I'm about to do this? Do you see me doing this? You don't see me? Okay. Watch, babies will do that.
You know when you're doing wrong. You don't need people to tell you. You don't need the law to tell you. You know when you're doing wrong.
Those butterflies in your stomach that you get right before you do something that you probably shouldn't do, that's guilt.
It's because you're doing shit
No,
you shouldn't be doing.
No, you shouldn't be doing it. Stop it.
Or just learn to deal with the consequences. It's not somebody else's fault if you fuck up, and you knew you were going to fuck up, and you knew you were doing wrong. Take responsibility for your goddamn actions.
Yup.
That's the biggest thing about this country. We have lost the ability to take
Responsibility for ourselves.
I mean, we just expect everybody should be handing us stuff.
Yep.
And it's never our fault. That's it. Never our fault. We should just be handed things without having to work hard for them. And we don't take responsibility. It's like I said, it's always somebody else's fault.
Crying
Always.
shame.
Don't get me wrong. I do it. She does it. We do it. But we try and notice when we do that. We try and
Yup.
we try to take responsibility for when we do things that we know we shouldn't have. And that's all I'm asking. Look around you. When you feel guilty, look at yourself. Look at your surroundings. Look at what's going on and see if, this is your fault.
Yeah.
And then own up to it. Be like, you know what? I'm in this shitty situation because I put myself here.
Yeah.
If you can do that, hey, don't judge other people. I mean, you're going to judge other people, but don't stick to that judgment. Try and accept people for who they are. You don't have to be stupid about it. You don't have to just, that person said that this is how they're doing, so I'm going to believe them. You don't have to do that. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying if you're gonna have a judgment of a person, understand it, realize it, but make sure it's the right judgment.
That got really heavy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to break this one up into like 4.
That's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. All of this stuff goes together. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Everything you teach your children goes on for them to teach their children. The way that you treat your kids, the way that you allow them to treat themselves and others, is, don't get me wrong, the way your kids act is on you.
Yep.
Now, granted, you're going to have some that are just fucking batshit crazy. They're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to smear shit on the walls and they're going to hump dogs. It's just what they're going to do. Hey, there's people out there that do it. And some of the times that's not your fault. But for the vast majority, the way your children act is how you raise them. The way they see things is how you showed them the world.
Yep.
Everything is connected. It's all about a balance. You got to find that balance between things. You got to find a balance to let them play and to teach them. You got to find that balance between giving them enough space to do what they want to do and grow, and keeping them sheltered so that they don't do something stupid and get themselves killed.
Yep. These are all important things to keep in mind. And I understand that it's kind of asking a lot to put all of these things that we've been talking about into place. And I understand that this kind of stuff is not it's not an overnight deal. But you work on one thing at a time. Like if you're looking around and you're not happy with the way your life is, and you work on one thing at a time and you keep at it until it's done, it's a big change.
My suggestion, work on 3 things at a time. I know it seems a little weird, but I've noticed that about 3 changes to your life is the most that a person can really work on hard, and get your family, get your friends to work on them with you, to tell you when you're starting to slip. Because 3 things, one at a time, it's real slow going. You focus on it a little too hard and other things happen. 3 things, you got to learn to juggle. You got to learn to do those things. But once you've started doing them, once you do them on a regular occasion, they become part of you. So, make yourself better. Pick 3 things that you want to work on. They don't have to be huge, insurmountable things either. Just pick 3 things that you want to work on and work on those. Like, I'm not going to have ghetto spake. I'm not going to talk like a little ghetto fucker. I'm going to try and talk like a normal person.
Yep.
I'm not going to sag my pants, wear my hat all goofy. I'm gonna wear clothes like they're supposed to be worn when I go to my job interviews and stuff like that, when I'm working at work. I'm not gonna blame others for my shortcomings. That's a huge one, but still.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
or just start working on about 3 things. You're gonna slip, you're gonna fail, but that's okay. You catch yourself failing and you change it. Fix yourself.
Yeah.
Fix.
Just as long as you remind yourself every day. This goes back to the sticky notes again. Write down the 3 things you want to change. Stick them on your mirror. Maybe change your phone screensaver so that those 3 things are listed out. You know, work on this, work on that, work on A, B, and C. Just on your screensaver. Every time you look at your phone, you'll see that, and it'll be a reminder every moment of your day, and it'll help you.
And remember, it can be done. There is nothing that just can never be done.
Yeah.
You are never going to have any of these things. And if you tell yourself you can never, I just can't do it, I just can't do it, well, now you're making an excuse. If there's a reason for something, you can work around it. There's a reason, like my boss literally is a racist, will not hire me, will not let me go up. He'll keep me in a menial position, find another job. There's a reason, work around it.
Yep.
But don't use it as an excuse to keep yourself in a low position. Because then it's your fault. It's not his.
Yep. My mom always used to tell me, no one can keep you down but you. You say that again because it's actually kind of really super important. No one can keep you down but you.
And no one can really lift you up but you.
Exactly. Goes both ways. Wherever you're at, whatever position you're at in life, if you're not happy with it, it's your own fault you're there. So make it your own fault that you got out. Make it your own fault that you do better.
So that's our soapbox for today. Climbed right up on it and gave our sermon.
Yeah. Definitely gonna probably have to break this video up, so
We'll just do it in parts.
Yeah. You'll probably be looking at the last section right now, so kudos for going all the way through it. Yay! Wait, yeah, fingers, thumbs, yeah, huzzah. So this has been another Jigara's vlog, a rather extensive one. I'm Jigara.
I'm Jack Kane.
And we'll see you later.